Which normal behavior habit of yours turned out to be a trauma response, worrying nearly every day if someone is mad at me or offended by me? This is cause I grew up with an ill-tempered parent. Hyper-independence. Shutting down and saying nothing when people are saying mean things to me. Whenever someone speaks loudly, intentionally or not, I, for a few seconds, shut down and freeze. Constantly apologizing for every little thing. If I'm extra anxious, I'll say it multiple times in a row. When someone tells me to stop saying sorry, I hit them with another, "I'm sorry." I was super defensive to any criticism from authority figures due to having the parent that constantly criticized me and told me I would amount to nothing. My favorite boss finally pointed it out to me in a kind way. I then decided to change my behavior, and since then I have improved so many of my relationships and my career. Jumping to worst-case scenarios immediately and fearing uncertainty, I found it very difficult to cope with uncertainty. For example, in my relationships with people, fear and uncertainty were part of my childhood. Now I'm not surprised that I developed OCD, asking for permission for absolutely everything, even if it's to take a lunch break at work or grab a snack from my parents' house, walking with extremely light footsteps. My father was a very volatile man growing up with drinking problems. He hated us, me and my brother, being noisy around the house. Our floorboards were loud underfoot, so I developed ways of walking virtually silently. Maladaptive daydreaming. Self-deprecating jokes. Never looking at strangers in the eye. Being super sweet. It's a fawning response so the other person doesn't hurt me or express unpredictable anger. Always apologizing. Being scared to speak face to face. Immediately assuming I'm just going to be ignored. Thinking everyone secretly dislikes me. Daydreaming constantly. Detaching from myself and others often. Constant imposter syndrome. Even things I rationally know I am really good at, there's always a voice that says I'm really not good enough, and sooner or later someone will find out and then nobody will love me. Repeating myself. It's something I never understood about myself and punished myself so much over. It was completely uncontrollable and I just deemed it as a character flaw. Drama. OCD-based looping. It's an OCD intrusive thought. When I found this out, it was like I'd been proven innocent in a crime scene I was falsely convicted for. And I found out how to manage it, and I mostly don't do it anymore. Honestly, my poor friends lol. Years of a broken record. Trust issues. It's more like actions made by others that impacted me in a way or could impact me in the future in real life. To the point where I can't trust people's word and having to lie to people saying that everything is fine but really isn't. Had friends and even family members who did some messed up things towards me and then lied that they would never do it again. Never asking for help. Like literally forgetting I could and should at times ask partners for help with things. I thought for a while I was just super independent.